Previously on the 415 podcast.
I would say at that point I didn't know nothing. I still don't like it though. I don't care. I know you don't. She be calling me tomorrow. Another Quavo in the morning. Ain't no reference. And some people don't even know what this is. See? Actual conversations. This is like getting back to like our single digit episodes. This is what the 415 is. Conversations with your best friend. Right. State your case. Right.
Spot. Guys, welcome back to the 415 podcast. You probably heard me saying you on the spot because I was talking to Keita off air. Now we on air. Hello, Keita.
Hi.
Oh, Lord. Today is March 8th, a Sunday that we record, obviously, and it is International Women's Day. Now, I'm wondering.
It is.
Yeah, now I'm wondering if it's International Women's Day, but I guess you can still say who, I guess what do you want to call it? The one woman you look up to, even if they're not international. So, Keita, who you got? Personally.
Haven't really thought about that. Sorry.
Well, think about it.
Yeah, it's going to take me a while.
Okay.
I don't have nobody in mind.
I'm going to go with my aunt. And I'm going to go with my mom. She be holding me down. And I'll go with Keita. She hold me down.
She's just saying this so I could be like, oh, yeah, Miss B hold me down.
Kind of like a given. Like, we kind of know, but it's cool to hear.
Not the givens. Like, the givens, I just don't, that's a given. But I don't have like like, oh my God, look up to Jackie Jordan Kersey because no, I don't have a mentor.
Okay. Well, acting mentor?
Nope.
Oh, man.
I don't.
Because of my aunt, she is the one that kind of got me into like being independent and going hard and trying to be a part of everything. I kind of lost sight of being a part of different organizations because I was heavy into a lot of different orgs, growing up like in my teens and early 20s. And then I don't know what happened after 25. I kind of just unplugged a little bit. I wasn't, going to all these different events and stuff. But you can always change. You can always get back.
All right.
So, it's Women's Month. Power to the women. We did an episode on that. The power of women. Go check it out.
Check it out.
But happy International Women's Day.
Y'all, I wish I could see me right there. My hair look like...
Just think Diana Ross.
No, Diana. No. This look like Homie the Clown, especially with these headphones on. Like, Homie don't play that. Like, I remember me and my brother used to watch, everybody used to watch Living Color. Me and my brother used to take them socks, put them in, ball on Jake's up, and bop each other side the head. Homie don't play that. That's how my hair looking right now.
Oh, man.
Real crazy.
See, I was trying to be nice, Diana Ross.
No, ain't no being nice.
Big hair.
Yeah, this hair is big. I was thinking about wearing it out this week, but I might still do it. I have to plait it up a little bit. I might.
Y'all be on the lookout. Some of y'all probably seen it already.
Yeah. This ain't looking cute. This ain't looking cute.
Yes, I don't know what happened this week. Was Super Tuesday this week?
Yes, and
this
Biden,
past week, I should say.
Yeah, Biden. His numbers for delegates carried over on Bernie Sanders, so he was kind of like the winner on Tuesday. So it's very important. Everyone get out there and vote. Make your voice matter.
You're supposed to vote now.
This is for the This is for to figure out who's going to be the front runner for the Democratic Party for the primary election.
So on Super Tuesday, anybody was able to go vote wherever you are.
No,
or is it only where they were?
No, every state has a certain time. Like, yeah, they have.
So wherever they were,
yeah,
is who would be able to vote. Okay.
So certain times, like I think 9. Okay, last Tuesday, 9 states were up for voting, and then it carry on, boom, 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 whatever. So with that election night, the night after, Michael Bloomberg pulled out, and then I think a day later, Elizabeth Warren pulled out. And that goes to show you, everybody, either one, Michael Bloomberg is a millionaire, billionaire, whatever you want to call him. Money don't mean nothing. You can spend money on ads, you can do whatever you want, but if the people ain't feeling you, they ain't feeling you. You know what I'm saying? So either he pulled out because, I'm thinking that's the reason why he didn't. Your money didn't mean shit. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So again, but who knows? And I kept telling people this. I said, isn't it ironic that the corona, which I have deemed the Rona, has become widespread when it's time to go vote? Isn't that ironic? But anyway, my conspiracy theory having ass. But anyway, yeah.
Something wrong with her.
Sorry, guys, if you hear this Mercedes, it sounds like a pickup truck outside, but okay, whatever.
I was trying to have a race car.
Whatever.
Yeah, but I try to follow it. I have like the high level info, who drops out, who's kind of in the lead, when whoever dropped out, who they gonna support now. Like I have that info. All that, the minor details and all that stuff, I don't really trying to get into it.
Yeah, because a few months ago, somebody was like, "Hey, Akita, you have you been watching the whole, the presidential candidates?" I'm like, "No, to be honest with you, I don't watch until they get down to the top 2." I said because I may end up liking somebody and they decide they want to pull out or they want to drop their presidential campaign. So there's no need for me to watch anything right now. I'll watch when they get closer. And right now, I feel like, to be honest, I feel like a lot of Black people are going to default to Biden, just like they defaulted to Clinton. Between Black people and middle-aged white
Black people,
I feel like they're going to default to Biden. Now, I have to start paying attention to see what the agenda is with Biden and Sanders. I'm not looking for no Black agenda because y'all been looking for a Black agenda for I don't know how long, and nobody ever does anything for the Black folks like that. So scratch the whole Black agenda shit. Throw it out the window. I'm tired. Just face the music. There ain't no Black agenda. Sorry. They just make it seem like that. It is.
Right.
And it is not. So stop trying to figure out who's going to be best to support the Black agenda, who's going to do something for the Black people. For one, they're all friends. Both sides of the both sides of the left and right. They all know each other. They all friends. They all going to look out for each other regardless of whatever it is. So,
yeah.
Scratch it. You just need to figure out who's going to be the best when it comes to their plan and if it's going to include you. Healthcare, taxes, education, that type of stuff. Military, because we still got people if our loved ones are in the military, and we got to figure out, what are they going to do with them? So, yeah.
Got to be more careful. That's that on politics. What else happened this week? Well, that virus done hit the U.S. New Jersey, New York, California. It's in Georgia.
Yep. Virginia. Seattle, Washington.
It's crazy. And it's like, I'm not afraid. I'm not scared of it. It's more so like I'm very cautious already. I'm always stocked with Lysol wipes or Clorox wipes or Clorox. And yeah, I mean, with all these stores running out of supplies, I heard somebody say, so all y'all trying to buy this stuff now, what was y'all using before?
That's why y'all got whatever y'all got now, because you're the nastiest, the dirtiest. People ain't ever cleaned their house in 20 years trying to clean their house.
It's crazy because, like I said, I've been, and anybody who knows me knows I'm always Lysol wiping or Clorox wiping. Y'all know I always have a wipe somewhere. Baby wipes, or, when you go to other, places and restaurants and, you got to be careful. Mm-hmm. When you stay in these hotels and these rooms and stuff, you got to, and the most important piece that you need to wipe is the remote, the doorknobs, the countertops, the sink, all that stuff. The sink faucet, because I don't believe these people clean. That's why I have shower shoes when I go to these hotels. Can't put your feet on the tubs. You just can't do it. I feel like they just do a shh. Ain't nobody scrubbing. They ain't scrubbing them towels either.
I think just like with any virus, cold, illness, it's all about what you eat, what you put in your body. And we don't really think about that sometimes. Like sometimes the things that we eat can be the main reason why some of us are sick, or we house a lot of disease and illness and whatnot. So stay away from your foods that cause mucus.
Dairy.
That means your dairy, your cheese, your milk, your ice cream.
It's bad though.
Your ice cream, or try to minimize, the amounts that you eat. Yeah. Sometimes certain meats can cause us to have a lot of mucus in our system. Like, start paying attention. Like, and it's crazy because my son been on this kick for almost 2 years. I don't drink no cow's milk because that got mucus in it. Let me tell you, my child, knock on wood, has not been sick for about 2 years, like with a cold, flu, and all that stuff. And I'd be looking at this kid like, dude, you ain't been sick in like a couple of years. Like, what's going on with you? I don't drink that cow's milk. I don't do cheese. He eat cheese pizza, but whatever. You got to, just let him eat. But I don't eat no cheese. I don't do no dairy. I don't do this. I don't do that. But guess what? Hey. And he wanted, for Christmas, he wanted a face mask. And I was like, why do you want this face mask? I really believe Kamari had the inside. He had the inside to what was about to go down. Because this dude wanted a face mask, and I gave him a face mask for Christmas. And he was going around, and everybody like, what's wrong with you? You sick? He was like, no, I just don't want to be sick for nobody else. And then damn near the Rona done came out. What kind of
He been here before. That's the explanation.
He be getting the warnings, but listen, I'm gonna start listening to him a little bit more. So soon as he start doing some strange stuff, like, why are you doing this? Take heed. That's he letting you know within a couple months something about to pop off.
And that is a segue into this week's episode, episode 90, State of the Children.
Yes.
We want to talk about the good and the bad of what is going on with children these days. So the good is what Keita just talked about, her son. Being ahead of the game, being proactive, being cautious, thinking outside the box. Because you like, in order for your kids to follow suit, you got to do it right. Mm-hmm. You got to show them so they know what they're following.
Right.
If you're going to sit here and eat ice cream, but you're going to tell them to go eat some fruit.
Right.
Are they going to do it?
Nope.
They're going to be over there right with the ice cream with you. So in order for them to do what you want, you got to do to do. You got to
Mm-hmm.
show. Be that action. So another good video I saw yesterday is this little boy. I just sent it to you. Little boy, you know how like the NBA players.
Oh, I seen that yesterday. Yeah.
How the NBA players or football player, like any sports, like before they come out, they announce their name and they come out doing their dance or slapping five or whoever. So this little boy, I think he is all of like 2 or 3. The cutest little thing with his little bitty Jordans. I swear it was the cutest video I've ever seen.
And he was waiting too. I love it.
You have to watch it again because there's so much to unpack there, right?
Mm-hmm.
How hype he was to hear his name.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that was his dad.
Mm-hmm.
So how hype he was to hear his dad calling his name. That's 2. How he did the step back, his step back game before he ran out.
He was like, whoa. I was like, get it.
And then the way he ran off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like he was so confident. He was so happy. He was excited. He was ready. And like that, if there's anything called like a parent award, that guy, that father needs to get the award because we don't teach our kids that early. That no matter how old you are, you can still be announced too. You important. You playing in the game, your name should be announced.
Right.
You see it happening, in the NBA and like I said, football, whatever. Why can't we start the little tykes? Why we can't do it, So I thought that was the cutest thing. Y'all need to go see it. It's everywhere. Like it's so cute. Just look at his shoe. His feet, they so little.
Right.
Everybody was like, look at his little feet.
And where he just go run out there like.
Yes, his little jersey, his whole, man. It was so cute. Cutest thing ever. Like, yeah. That was mine. That was my good one yesterday.
Yeah.
Then you got, I don't know if anybody here heard of the show Little Big Shots on NBC. So this show was really about like kids out here doing big things, or social media, like influencers at like 2 to like 8 years old, teenagers or whatever, just out here creating stuff or just being them. This one boy I believe he was adopted by a white family, and he's into like crocheting. And he crochets scarves, gloves, hats, and he'll make it for anybody. So from what I remember, he was crocheting stuff, and he I think sent like a couple of things over to school, I think in Africa, something like that. And Kelly Clarkson is the new host. Before it was Steve Harvey. And Kelly Clarkson was just talking about everything that he's been doing and how he's been like a force, being like out there giving instead of taking and stuff. And she surprised him with a check. Mm-hmm. And like to see how happy this little boy was at that age, you're already giving back, you're already doing big things. Man, that says a lot.
Right.
You have a lot of kids out here who are business minded. Way more business savvy than a lot of these adults out here. Way more business savvy than me. Because you know why? Because kids use their what?
Imagination.
Hello. They don't think I can't. It's not something I've ever heard a kid say, I can't. Only time I hear them say I can't is when they don't want to do something.
Right.
But when it's something that they know they like and they're into, they're passionate about, they're going to try every which way to get it done. Mm-hmm. So what that song is, just imagination. Gotta get it right. Gotta get it.
You gotta have that Willy Wonka mindset.
Guess I better go watch that. Mm-hmm. Because they tell us to dream, but we don't really dream like that. And it used to be a thing where you get in trouble if you was daydreaming in class.
Child, I daydream off. I'd be off in the distance. Kid, what you?
While she on the phone.
Yep. Will lose my whole train of thought. What you thinking about? Oh, my bad.
What you just said? Nothing. Just forget it.
I went
off. Ain't
off.
Important no more. It ain't important no more.
It's bad.
Yeah. You have any good kid things, posts, or whatever?
I don't know if the video that I seen this week, I just wanted to. I just wanted to cry.
No, we on good. We ain't on bad yet.
I mean, but it wasn't bad.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't think it was bad. You think it was bad?
Yes. We talking like positive, what they doing, being applauded and all that good stuff. Then we'll move to like the bad stuff.
I don't want to say this is like a video I seen this week, but I know I've watched his videos a few times and watched, he's gotten older. It's King Na.
Oh, the one that's always like not preaching,
motivational. The motivational.
Yeah, I like him.
I really find it dope that he like his father.
He's always in the car, right? In the passenger seat.
Well,
obviously.
Well, the first video was of him being in the passenger seat with his dad talking about shoes.
Mm.
But as time went on, he's did everything to motivate kids, motivate adults. He's been on. I want to say, has he been on Steve Harvey's show? He's been on somebody's show.
Mm. Ellen DeGeneres speaking all of them up there.
Right. He hangs out with Tyrese.
Okay.
So, I just think it's dope how he has gone. And the other guy, I haven't seen him in a while, but I think those two usually meet. They link up sometime. The young Jamaican trainer.
Mm.
He used to like be out like working out, telling kids, "Come on, do your push-ups. Let's go."
I know that one.
Yeah, he was a little. I was like, okay, little trainer, little personal trainer out here in these streets, out here trying to get the kids healthy and motivated and stuff. Okay, but I like stuff. I like seeing stuff like that.
Yeah,
because kids need it too.
Right.
Because they be having a tough time.
Mm-hmm.
And need somebody to, tell them, hey, keep going, keep moving forward.
Yeah, I think we're in a different time now because when I was a kid, it's always stay in a child's place. Mm-hmm. You never could like really voice how you felt. If you didn't feel like going to school because of this, it didn't matter. You getting up and you going to school. That's what you're doing. But now it's like, because of the whole like big onset of like bullying and all of this stuff that the kids go through, household issues that the kids bring with them, they don't really have anybody to talk to. So they go to school and they tear up the school. Mm-hmm. Like we talked about a couple episodes when we were talking about children. And it's just sad. But now you have to really be there for your kids and hear them out. And let them speak. A lot of them so scared to talk because they know their parents gonna yell at them. Mm-hmm. Like they can't even be open. If they can't be open with their parents, who are they gonna be able to talk to then? Because some of these teachers don't care. They there to get a check.
Right. And you know what? I have to admit, sometimes I have to dial it back sometimes because I get frustrated so quick and frustrated so fast. And I'd be like, all right, just calm down. Let him talk. Let him get out whatever he need to get out. And if sometimes you can tell when your child is on some BS. Your child. Your kid. So you got to let them talk, and you got to be like, so what did you do? Mm-hmm. What did you do in the situation? I need the entire story, because if I have to go up here or I have to go to somebody's house and ask them what happened, and if I find out that both of y'all was involved and y'all was joking and you trying to come to me like it was on some seriousness, I'm gonna be checked. So what happened? Well, it did start. Oh yeah, exactly. So don't play with me.
That goes back to the episode that I just watched on Raven's Home with the vaping. Yeah. Was that a new episode?
Yep.
Okay.
That was last Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, so they repeat on Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the episode I watched. Like she went, like the neighbor told her. She was like, my kid don't do that. Nope. But she still confronted her kid. She didn't tell the guy. She didn't need to. But she checked her kid, and her kid said no. And she said, okay, if you say no, then I'm cool with it.
Right.
Day and a half, 2 days later, boom, he gets expelled or whatever for 3 days. Mm-hmm. Because he got caught with it in his hand because he was trying to stop his friends from vaping, but he got caught and his friends ratted him out saying he was the one that was smoking it.
Right.
His friends that he said were his boys did not have his back. And the one person that should have had his back sided with the other two. 3 against 1.
Right.
All because that one that was supposed to be on his side was scared and wanted to fit in and wanted to be a part of the cool crew.
Right.
And that happens all the time. You want to be cool. You don't want to be the one that's like, you tattletale, you a snitch, you this, that, and the third. It's all about titles. And it's sad at this day, at this age, these kids, they got to go in school and deal with this type of stuff.
I mean, but we dealt with it too.
I know, but I'm just saying, I feel like it's different because social media is open. You know,
social media does play a huge part in why kids are doing some of the things they're doing now. Because I really believe I could only imagine how I would have dealt with certain things if social media wasn't around when I was in high school. The whole popularity thing. Because again, I wasn't no popular kid in high school. I hung out with 3 people in high school. One person that was, I want to say 3.5. 3.5 people. One person had her rap was not cool, and I had to distance myself away from it because I'm like, a lot of people would see birds of a feather flock together, and I'd be damned if you put me with Joe. We're not doing that. So I stopped associating myself with her. But 3 people I hung out with in high school, and they was all decent young women. You know what I'm saying? My mom trusted me to go to their house. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm staying at so-and-so house. I'm going to stay. All right, cool. She trusted me until, when she started dating your cousin, she was like, you better be over there too. Okay. Hey, well, remember what she said? I said, oh, snap. You better be over there. If I find out you ain't over there, it's going to be a problem. I said, bruh, come on, man. But
that's funny.
But like I said, again, I can only imagine what high school would have been like for me if social media was popping.
All I know is everybody's business was going to be laid out because there's always somebody in the background recording.
I mean, but MySpace, wasn't MySpace out during that time?
MySpace came out college time. My second to last, like right before Facebook came out, MySpace was out.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was like.
So yeah, we didn't have nothing.
02, 03. We didn't have nothing in high school.
Social media was to us was actually talking to people.
Because remember, we didn't have mobile phones.
Well, yes, we did. I had a phone in high school.
We had the T9.
But still had a phone.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, A. Okay. Like we had the T9 character thing that ain't nobody did.
Right. We had
it was a flip phone. Look, when it closed, it made the sound.
Right.
Man. Everybody knew you was coming.
Right.
You had the beeper before that, and then you had the 2-way pager or whatever the thing called.
Yes,
Motorola.
you want a 2-way.
Beep, the chirp thing.
Oh, I had the chirp. My Nextel chirp.
I ain't never had one. I was like, shoot, forget it. We just ain't gonna be on that wave.
Imagine you being at work and your husband hit you up on a chirp. Hey, Keita, God damn, bro, calm down. Yeah, because you can't mute it, right? No, you can turn it off, but you forget. And you're like, hello.
That's funny. But yeah, like now that these kids, right, have cell phones, I think kids for now, they have cell phones at what? You would say like 7 years old, 8 years old, around that time. And, all these apps say you need to be 13. Now, dang well.
Right.
Them 7, 8-year-olds is still gonna go on to Instagram. They're gonna go on TikTok. They're gonna go on all those. And in order to be popular, quote, open air quote, they got to do certain things to get people to watch their videos. So these kids are being exposed to way too much. Look at YouTube. Now they have all these child privacy laws coming out. It's a huge deal when it comes to advertising, but they tried to launch like YouTube Kids. That really didn't work because the kids are still on the regular one, the regular YouTube. Not everybody downloading the kids YouTube.
Yeah, so, it's hard because even now, you know, people be like, "Oh, you're not gonna get Cam a phone?" No, he don't need a phone. He knows my phone number and he knows his dad's phone number. That's all he needs to know. He don't need a phone. I'm trying to keep him a kid as much as possible. Yeah. Trying to keep it. It's bad enough I can't keep him away from YouTube because my cable device in the house has all the apps. It has YouTube. So as soon as I come in the house, I'm like, don't get on YouTube. Do your work. Because he will go straight to YouTube in a minute. Like, and next thing I'm hearing gaming in the background. He watching, all he doing is watching somebody play a game. But still, I'm like, dude, get off of YouTube. Go do something. Read a book. Like,
yeah, do
something else with your time. Like, I understand and I get it because he, you know, being that he see us doing podcasting and has the videos on YouTube. Like, I don't have no problem if he was to get a YouTube channel. It's just that other people on the other side. That's the thing. And like I said, I want to keep him as a kid as much as possible.
Yeah, but if he has a, you know, I don't want to call it like a calling, but if he has like a talent that can go mainstream.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just like, you never know. It might be something good for him, outlet. But you just have to be on it and, you know, parental.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Because, again, they going to do it when they at their friend house or at school. They're going to be on YouTube. So what they can't do at home, they're going to do it at school.
Right.
Because these teachers are not watching. Period. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you say bye to your kids, you teach them, you know, your own principles at home, but just the principles sometimes go out the door if your kid ain't strong when it comes to like friends that they keep. Hence Raven's son on Raven's home. You know, he couldn't even come to her in that moment and say, yes, I had it the first time.
Right.
So it's just, you know your kids. Instill goodness in your kids so that when they leave, I mean, it's clear the Bible said, train your kid up in the way they should go. So when they grow older, they won't depart from it. It's just simple. Teach them as much as you can and let them know. And I think sometimes you got to expose them to what will happen. Take them to the jail. Take them to the prison. Show them where not to go. Put the fear in them. Because apparently they just think they can do whatever they want these days.
So I try to do that. But it depends on what it is because he will take it and run.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the reason why, like, now he doesn't eat McDonald's. Because at 3, I told him, McDonald's make you sick and then you die. So
my mama told me.
So now he would not eat McDonald's because he's like, no, I'm not getting sick for eating McDonald's. But he'll go to Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's because he know it's a good chicken. He'll go to Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's. He won't eat. Now listen, he won't eat Popeyes. He was like, no, Popeyes is too greasy. I cannot eat Popeyes. I'm not eating that. I'm like, you are so bougie.
But it's both time though.
But he'll eat Bojangles. I'm not understanding. Like, I really don't get it. He'll eat but he won't eat Popeyes. Oh no, I'm not eating Popeyes.
And then, Popeyes.
Like one day I tried to, go get him something to eat. And I was like, Kamari, you want Taco Bell? He was like, Mom, no, why would I eat Taco Bell? He was like, no, because you don't eat Taco Bell. So I don't know. He said, you make your own tacos. So why are you going to Taco Bell? I was like, damn.
When your kid become you?
Girl, I was like, he was like, you don't even eat Taco Bell. He would eat it, but he know I don't eat Taco Bell. So he was like, why you gonna go to Taco Bell? You don't even eat Taco Bell.
And you make your own. There like, shut
up. You make your own tacos, and I'm looking at him like, you think you know somebody? Get out my face. Ugh.
And it's like a parent will never say, you know what, you right, kid. No, we're not gonna do that. Y'all not gonna do that. I ain't got kids. I got nephew and niece, but 2 nieces, whatever. But yeah.
I was like, damn.
That's
he got
funny.
me.
Mm-hmm. Gonna get got.
He be checking. He was like, no, why are we doing that? You don't eat that. Hey. Well, jeez.
Don't tell me what I don't do. Wow. But yeah, so that's the good. Now the bad, the sad, the anger. You want to go through that one?
So like I said, I don't really think it's a bad video. I think this is a video that was very much needed because a lot of us have probably dealt with this growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of our kids now might be dealing with it now. So not sure if everyone's seen the video. What's her name? Oh gosh.
4-year-old.
No, not the 4-year-old. I want the lady, the girl's name. I'm sorry.
The hairdresser, hairstylist.
Yeah. Her name is, I know her Instagram, Lil Wave Daddy. Is her Instagram. So she was doing a 4-year-old's hair on live the other one day, and the little girl was looking at it in the live. She was getting her hair done, and she said, "I'm so ugly," and the hairdresser stopped and was like, "No, you're not. You're beautiful. You're a beautiful little girl. You're not. You have this, pretty chocolate skin. You got 2 dimples. Who got 2 dimples? Look at your teeth.
I be trying to fake it like I got some. I be trying to smile to get
right. So look at your teeth. You got pretty teeth. You got nice dimples. Don't ever let nobody tell you that you're ugly. You're gonna grow up and you're gonna do everything that you want to do. Whatever it is you want to do, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna be good at it."
Mm-hmm.
For one,
but she was on live, right?
She was on live.
She was on live.
One,
Why was she on live? And was the parent okay with that? That's the question I had. Was the parent of the girl, the 4-year-old?
Maybe she know her. I don't know. Okay. She might know her like that.
Because that was my concern. Don't be putting my kid on there if you didn't ask me first. But go ahead.
Oh goodness. For one, I commend her for stepping in and reassuring this little girl how beautiful she is. For one,
she was cute.
You're right. She's beautiful. She's a pretty little girl. Like
she was cute. I was like, gosh. I think she was getting her locks retwisted.
Mm-hmm. I really commend her for doing that for her. 2.
Like, where did you get those words from?
That right there. She had to have heard that. Not saying, this is just hypothetically speaking. Either she had to hear that in her house.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Or she had to hear that in school. Because kids this age can be, we're in a different day and age. Somebody had to call her ugly. Or a sibling had to call her ugly. Or something had to have happened for her to hear that she is ugly.
I mean, if you really look at that whole video and the stylist is talking to her and the kid in the background, what'd she say? Shut up. And I was like,
go in the room.
That's a problem. That's a problem in that's another problem in the video. The other kid could have learned something because that kid could be in a school where somebody else is being, talked to like this little girl is. Mm-hmm. And had that other kid in the background came in and listened to what she said, that would be something in his or her mind saying, all right, if I ever see this happen to somebody else or hear this happening, I can step in and be like, blah, blah, blah. So it could have been a learning experience for both kids. So I didn't like when she was telling the other one to shut up because I don't like when parents tell their kids to shut up.
It probably wasn't shut up for a dismissive, but like because she wanted to address her. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, see, that's
because sometimes, like I said, because we're so caught up in our stuff that we get so frustrated And we'd be like, just be quiet. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And then sometimes you got to really think about what you're doing. Like, all right, hold on. Let me calm down. All right, tell me what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to really pull back our stuff in because you get so frustrated from what happens in the day that you got to come home and, you know, your kids are kind of like,
okay.
And you're like, be quiet.
Now take a step back. Take a step back from that and think about the other type of parents. Remember the levels of blackness? Think about the two low-level parents and how their kids be running crazy and acting out and doing the most and out here and doing God knows what with God knows who because the parent is out here partying and drinking and whatever the case is. In that moment, when that parent says shut up, they're not checking back later to be like, hold on, I'm sorry. What do you want to talk to me about? So the kid is still on standby.
Well, it was probably right there, but we didn't see.
No, I'm saying for that other parent type, that kid is still on standby because they were shushed.
Right. Dismissed.
See?
Yeah.
Right. But you dismissed them, but came back and said, well, what'd you want to tell me? You went back and checked. You didn't leave them on standby. But that other parent ain't never going to check that kid.
Right.
So that kid going to always feel dismissed. Ain't never going to be heard. So they going to go out there trying to get attention. And they going to do stuff. Attention. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying when she's like, shut up. If that was her kid, is she that type? Because she did this for another person's kid. That wasn't her kid. That said they were ugly. That was somebody else's kid. That was her client at the time. So is she doing what she did to this kid? Is she doing that same thing to hers? You know, because you can look at the video in so many different ways. You can dissect it so many ways. So yeah, my thoughts, my sentiments.
But yeah.
Made you think?
No.
Oh, so my statement was nothing? You trying to play
but I mean, I get what you're saying, though. I understand what you're saying.
Look, like you always like to play devil's advocate. Dissect it. Break it on down. Somebody thinking that.
Right.
Somebody didn't like when she said shut up. Because I know I didn't. I was like, dang, she had to do that to the kid. He could have been in there listening. So he know. You know how I am. I'm looking at stuff in the background. Listen to other stuff. Like, what they just said? Hold on.
All right.
So that was the bad, the anger. Knowing that there's a kid out there feeling like that.
Okay. Yeah. I think, yeah. Yeah. That was a good one. And I think sometimes the last thing I want to discuss are those kids that getting the support that they need. So everybody that are getting support that they need. So I know everybody's been talking about it and giving their opinions about it. And so again, I really commend Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union for supporting Zaya and telling her truth about who she is and being very supportive of her. So everybody don't know, Zaya, who's born male, I think his name, is it Zion or Zaire? Zaire, I think, has recently decided to be identified as a girl and changed her name to Zaya. As a child, to really think about that and to really say, hey, this is how I want to be identified, knowing who my parents are, is a big thing. Because you know what type of attention comes with that. Like you're not shy. I mean, you're aware of what backlash that you can get. You know what I'm
But
saying?
it could be the other way around too. It can be
First.
positive.
Yes, it could be positive because you have so many other children out here who are having the same issue and feel like, oh man, well, Zaya did it.
Mm-hmm.
I can go and do it. I can speak my truth now too.
Mm-hmm.
And
a lot of everybody got all these opinions because of social media. People always got something to say,
right?
But they won't say it. If they saw them on the street, oh, can I get a picture? They're not gonna say what they say behind these freaking screens,
right? And my thing is, like, I'm watching a lot of people talk behind the screen, behind their phone. I wish that would be my child. You don't know, that could be your child, and your child could be feeling the same damn way, but you don't know. Like, what would you do if your child came home and said, hey, you know what? I want to be truthful and be honest with y'all. I'm gay.
I mean, but when you think about Black households, though, especially the ones who were brought up in Baptist and church, like old school church, them parents, you think about that and how they will disown you.
Hell, they disown you. They disown you for kissing a boy.
I've seen that play out in a lot of movies where they disown because they get.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's sad because, again, because Black community, I don't understand why.
Oh, I got one. I
don't understand. This is what kills me about the Black community in church and the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
We have been forced. However you may feel about it, this is my opinion. This is my word. This is what I say. This is what I think. We have been forced many, many, many years ago to stand on the word of the Bible, of Christianity, church, and what they said that we should go by, and they don't.
Who was they?
Them other folk.
Who was them other folk?
The whites.
Okay.
They live their life as happy as I don't know what. They're free. They can do whatever they want. They talk to their children. Hell, they damn near don't even discipline their kids. But we stand so tall and so strong on this Bible that said, oh, you can't have sex before you get married. You can't shack up. You can't be homosexual. You can't do this. You can't be in the bed with somebody. You can't. It's like and then we live, and then we wonder why sometimes we be living in so much stress and stuff because we're trying to sit here and live up to something that them other folks ain't even doing. And they the one who got that going. That's why Nat Turner led the rebellion. Because he knew it was some bullshit. He was like, no, you ain't gonna tell me I gotta listen to my master. You trying to get me to freaking keep preaching on this word about listening to my master, obeying the master to all the other slaves, so you can instill this fear into them, so they can listen to you and everything that you say. No, we ain't doing that, bro. Slash, get the machete. Slash. No, we ain't doing that. No. Nah. It's just. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it, yo.
You got your opinion.
That's how I feel about it. It's just, and then you got kids out here that feel like they can't even be themselves because, and then they're stressed out. They're going through mental health issues because they have to keep a secret. Stupid.
I don't know. I watched, I think, the latest episode of Sisters with, what's his name?
Mm-hmm. Calvin.
No, not Calvin. The other one.
Maurice?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which his name is Brian. Mm-hmm.
Where he thought that the guy was hitting on him. Right. But turns out he was one of them hood dudes that don't like what they use.
Homosexuals. Mm-hmm.
But they use the F word.
Mm-hmm.
So Sabrina was like, I don't feel good about this. I didn't feel good about it just watching. I felt like it was gonna go
Right. I
left.
knew it was some bull crap.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna go left. Like their acting sucks, but the storyline is great.
Right.
Because it's like stuff that we do, go through.
Deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah, but they acting, chaba.
Hey, whatever.
But when the guy rolled up, because Sabrina was at the spot, but he was at the bank waiting on the guy. And so he was just like, so you one of those, huh? Dude started getting up in his face, getting violent and stuff. Then they end up in a brawl. So I'm just like, there's so many guys in the hood who fear this, who are scared of it, and I don't know what it is or why they feel like that. And it could be based on how they were raised. And it could be like back to what I said, how certain households don't play that. They were raised this way, and anything outside of that is just not right.
Or some of them could have been tried when they was little.
Yeah. And it kind of brings back like memories.
Yeah, some of them could have been tried, and they like, no, I ain't with that bullshit. So anybody that even reminds me of anything like this, just like if a child had a verbally abusive mother, physically abusive mother, that child may grow up and really have a disdain for women because of how they were treated in their household.
Yeah,
but
it's a lot that plays into it. So
yeah. I would like I was telling Miss B last year, the one show on TV that kind of like I loved LGBTQ plus. I've been trying to say it right. I love that community, right? I don't understand all the moving parts of the community. Like, I just know, like, I have a lot of friends that are LGBTQ plus. And every time I come in contact with someone from the community, I always ask them questions. I've come close with a transsexual. I've come close with, a bisexual, a lesbian, a gay, not too much sure about the queer because I'm still trying to understand that one right there, but whatever. But I always ask them questions like, how did you always know? Or, how do you, this, and this? And, well, how does it feel when you, in your mind, this, and this? Did you always feel like you was a boy or whatever? But the one show that I've watched was Pose. Pose, like, really gives you an in-depth insight of how that community is, to the point I watched the first 2 seasons and I cried almost every episode because it breaks down like how they grow up, how their family, and why their community is so tight, but they be messy sometimes, so don't get it twisted. Their community is tight because when their family disowns them and they are out in the street, that's it. And then somebody brings them in and say, hey, don't worry, you can stay with me. I got you. I'm going to make sure that you got, a roof over your head, food to eat. And if you're going to school, you need to stay in school or whatever you need to do. We support you. Like that community goes through a lot. So, yeah.
Well, they go through a lot. They weren't, what do you call it, seeing themselves on screens. Then a lot of movies and shows started coming out. A lot of people have been coming out. People who've been sitting on it for years and years upon years, and family members who knew that they weren't straight, knew. But when the time came where everybody was just like, you know what, I'm announcing, I don't care. Right. It's a thing now. It's open. Right. It's just easier. So.
Like you got the Billy Porters and the Laverne Cox of the world, like.
Yeah. And it's just like, you can still live in the same world, but you don't got to be disrespectful. If it's something that you ain't feeling, you don't got to be disrespectful. You don't got to diss nobody. You can just go on about your business. They ain't bothering you. They ain't trying to come to you with anything. You don't need to be doing all that extra stuff. You should be able to coexist if you are not feeling something.
Right.
Simple. But as far as like Dwayne Wade's daughter, I remember before this whole thing came out, I was looking at pictures. I was like, he looked like a little girl. I remember I was just seeing it. I would see all the pictures, seeing at the time him posing. And I was just like, am I missing something? And then when it came out, I was like, oh. Like, I don't know if they were taking
already
her
knew
that. And I think they were trying to beat, the media to it, probably get behind it faster. I also don't know if they're going to take the next step in like the whole change and stuff. I don't know.
I don't think they would. I just think they know the risk that they could be taking with that. First of all, she's still young.
Yeah. Change her mind.
You know what I'm saying? She's still young and still have the ability to change her mind. She's just saying, I identify as a girl. That's it. I don't identify as a boy. I identify as a girl. And I've heard plenty of people tell me, I never identified as a girl. I've always identified as a boy. Oh, okay.
So, when she's at school, which restroom is she supposed to use?
Well, if she go to one of those schools that have, because some schools have set up where they have like the boy, the girls, the boys, and then the other bathroom. So I'm not being disrespectful. I just don't know what the bathroom's called when I say other bathroom. I don't know what it's called, but that bathroom.
I think it's unisex, maybe. Is that the term?
Could be.
Yeah. But that's the thing, because, you got to look at it from the other side, too. Parents feeling away with their kids being around the one who identifies as the opposite. Now, she still has boy parts going into the girls' bathroom. Those families, those parents might feel away if their kids are exposed to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't think she would be going into that bathroom with the girls. Yeah. Because she still has, you know what I'm saying? So she would still be going into I just think because she feels like, hey, I don't want to be here with the boys. Yeah. Or, you know what I'm saying? Well, maybe she, I don't know. But
yeah, it's just a thought. It's just
like mentally, she identifies as a girl.
Right.
I just happen to have boy parts.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, I can't really say that. That's too far-fetched. But
yeah, anyway. So that's what I'm saying. Just like, because everybody's going to have a say. Everybody feels a way, and everybody has opinions, emotions. Everybody has something to say these days. Nobody's holding back. Everybody's saying whatever comes to mind. So I'm looking at it from like one parent who was totally against everything, how they're going to come out to the school and say X, Y, and Z and make this big old, you know what I mean? And with it being Dwayne Wade's kid, making a way bigger stink, trying to get lawyers and everybody involved. You understand? Because remember, at the end of the day, when it becomes a high-profile kid, people tend to do the most. Money.
I don't know. I'm quite sure they worked all that stuff out.
Yeah. But episode 90. State of the Children.
Yes.
That's it.
What you feed it is how it grows. Remember that, Smokey.
A mess. Lord. But yeah. Y'all know where to find us. iTunes, Google Play, all those good ones, iHeartRadio. Go listen. YouTube. Go watch. Send us some notes. Questions. You want to be on the show? Holla at us. We're looking for guests.
Yes.
We're looking for guests, y'all. Have something to say? Holla at your girls. Miss B and Keita.
Keita and the B.
Until next time. We'll holla.
We'll holla.
Bye.